It's time for me to own up. I feel dirty, I feel disgusting, and I feel downright wrong. I've been having an affair. Okay, not that kind of affair, but I openly and honestly said last year, this is going to be in my bag throughout the entire year. I didn't expect this to happen. I didn't expect it to walk into my life. And I guess that's how all mistakes happen, Bob, isn't it? But this has absolutely blown me away so far in 2026. It's of course the Cobra MD driver, and it's been fantastic. Does that make it better than this? Is the grass greener on the other side? Well, today we're going to talk about tech in these clubs. We're going to talk about movable weights. We're going to talk about speed pockets. We're going to talk about face tech, and we're going to talk about look how much difference we can make in the hosels as well. So let's go Cobra Tech MD first. Your Cobra Tech MD heavyweight at the front. It's a 12 gram weight there. We can move that back. We can enhance MOI. We can shift CG back, make it more forgiving. I've got it set on 13.5 degrees. I'm going to set that to its standard as well. You can see how we took it out to Orlando, and I mean, I wasn't playing very well. I was very, very hungover, Bob, as well, because it was PGA Show week, but this thing was an absolute godsend. So when I first tee here at Lindrick back in the UK, it's freezing. We've not had a warm up. Just thought I'd get that in there, I don't know why, but what shot do you want for your first tee shot, and what driver do you want in your bag for 2026? I mean, straight away, that was a little bit toey, but it sounded fantastic once again. And for me, if I start looking at drivers and I start looking at mini drivers, you can see from a toey strike, we've got 230 yard carry, really nice low spin at 2.6, 254 yards total. So anything around that kind of 250, 260 number for me is going to work nicely, purely because essentially driver goes like 270, 275. I think in today's video we might see some longer ones than that. I'm going to change this loft because a lot of people will say if you do this test it has to be a fair test. So it's 11.5 as standard. I'm going to move it to 13.5, and then I'm going to move them both back to standard, well, back to 11.5 should I say. So this is set on higher now. We did do a bit of testing with the guys at SGGT with this and found that not only moving the weights back did help me with it, because it was a bit more forgiving, and I'm crap at golf, but actually moving the loft down helped a little bit as well. So let's see what we can get on this first tee. I do like playing them around that kind of 11.5. I think having it, cheers Bob, thank you very much for that. Having it any lower than 11.5 doesn't really make a lot of sense to me because you're not generating the club head speed to warrant it. But can we get any more than 255? That felt absolutely fantastic once again. Really, really nice. What have we got, Bob? It's a very similar carry at 229, a bit higher spin rate, so it's going to be 251. Two very similar numbers, two balls up the right hand side of this fairway, which is a perfect start here at Lindrick Golf Club. Let's continue with this adventure of changing the loft. Let's continue with this adventure of two really, really nice looking mini drivers. And let's continue with this adventure of adultery? Is that right? Okay, so the beauty about both these drivers I find is not only the forgiveness but also the fact they are both so adjustable. So I'm going to set them both in the setting that I feel like suits my game the most. Yes, we did a little bit of a fitting with the guys at SGGT, but for me, I really like, I mean, first of all, I like to get the elephant out of the room a little bit, that adjusting the R7, Gaz could do it. It is so simple, it's so easy. Adjusting this, we'll have a go, because they might have simplified it, but this 33-way adjustment on it, it's a little bit like the kind of matrix, and yes, they have put the QR code on the hosel as well, but like...
It's not overkill, I mean, you just put a QR code on a hosel.
Do you know what I mean? So,
5 minutes later.
We want loft down. Loft down. Don't want the lie down though, Bob.
Approximately 10 hours later.
So if I have it there, the loft is 1 down, the lie is 1 down. But I want the loft 2 down. So we want loft and loft.
The next day.
That's 1 up. That's minus 0.7.
1 eternity later.
I'm just going to go there. We're at G5. We're at the summit. So this is down. I think it's just 12 and a half. But that is it's quite a frustration, really. Obviously, you could go and get fitted and stuff for it. I'm going to put this just at standard 11 and a half because I think it's where it's nice. You can actually get the R7 Quad now, Mini, in a 15 degree.
Really?
Yeah, which I think is a great option for people. We are going to test these off the deck, but I'm just going to go standard. So essentially, then it's your 3 wood, isn't it? 3 wood with a bit more of a bigger forgiving head. Because I think people do buy these to hit off the deck, don't they? So, as close together as we can get, really. And we've also got heavyweights in the front in both of them. So, couple with the R7. They were similar on the first, weren't they? I think it's fair to say we're splitting hairs if we think we're changing them. A really tight hole here at the second at Lindrick. That's literally as good as I've got. That's why you just don't cheat on it, because it's so good and consistent. Don't tell me that's not picked up. Oh, that's really upsetting. That's really upsetting. That's a lovely flight. They're fantastic shots, and so here already, it's quite a high ball speed. Spinning at 3,000, the spin rate's a little bit down on what we had on the first tee. Ball speed 152, 258 total. So that's starting to creep up to that 260 number, which I really, really like. I'm going to go again and we'll hit 2 with the Cobra because I felt like the first one was nice high launch as well. If we can get this launching nice and high with that speed, like that. The beauty is we've hit 3 there and we've hit the fairway every single time. Speed was down a touch there actually, but the spin was down as well because it was a bit of a toey strike. 1993 speed. Oh, when you were born, Bob?
No.
No.
Not old.
255. So really, really good front to back dispersion there, and like actual fairway dispersion. They're going to be bang next to each other. So what about the Cobra? Because I've been waxing lyrical about the R7 for quite some time. Right, Cobra. The beauty thing about them as well, look at the 2 crowns. They're both carbon, but the TaylorMade's got the matte carbon. So we've got the movable weight technology thing there as well. So that's designed to look more like the old R7. This is a bit more modern. Not as much movable weights in the Cobra, but we've got some really good numbers when testing this initially. That's outrageously good. I can't wait to show you where all these are in that fairway. Very similar carry, 234. Exactly the same. Pretty much identical. Let's go one more with the Cobra. We're going to hit them off the deck as well in a minute and see what kind of numbers we generate from that, because I know a lot of people who are in the market for these do like that as an option. Let's hit another fairway. Tough fairway to hit this as well. I'm going to say, I think it's so consistent. 230 carry, 23 spin, 266. So there, because we've got that spin lower, we've got the club head speed and ball speed at 152. We are starting to see some total distance gains. The carry distances are all very similar, so it's kind of how much do you buy into how much it's rolling out. But really, this is what we were seeing with the Cobra Tech MD all along. A fantastic option, but so far,
She's giving you an eye.
what would you go for? Comment below and let us know. Not you, Bob.
What?
It's not about you.
Fucking
It's not about you. Bob, it's not about you. So guys, you can see very, very close together dispersion-wise. We actually ran out of fairway on the ones that were just hanging out to the right a little bit. And the furthest one up there is that final Cobra one, which was a touch toey, but a really nice low spin rate. And it has done what the full swing monitor said and released out nicely. And we've got about 60 yards left in to this par 4. So guys, a lot of you may have seen I've now put the full swing kit in play for all my product testing and golfing needs. I absolutely love the simplicity of this. I love the numbers it gives me and how consistent it is. And most of all, I love how easy it is to fit in my golf bag. If anyone wants to check it out, I'll link it in the description below. It's an absolute game changer for me. Lots of people have clicked the link already to check it out. So if you do, make sure you have a look, because for me, I think it's a no-brainer if you're serious about improving your golf and knowing your numbers. So this is where I think these drivers come in to their own. If you don't like a 3-wood, if you want to be more accurate off the tee, these could be fantastic options for anyone. Now, I will say they both have tech that can help off the deck shots. We of course have that power shell technology in the Cobra, but for me, that speed pocket in the R7, which TaylorMade have featured in a lot of their woods and a lot of their drivers, really does help maintain ball speed and of course spin rate. It's cold, it's freezing, Bob, isn't it? We're in quite a difficult position here because we are around kind of 230 yards out, but there's a bit of an incline here. So, and this is where you can look like a bit of an idiot if you try and hit a mini driver and just scuttle it along the deck. So we'll see how close we can get, and we'll check some full swing data as well. Right, Cobra. Not a fan of how the shafts move round on me. You know, like, I know it does it on the R7 as well, but I don't. This is 360 grip. Yeah. Right. So we're going to look at carry numbers really, aren't we, with this? That's done well because it was a bit towy. I reckon that's carried around 225. Oh, 224. Lots and lots of spin, so 4-1 spin because we're off the deck. 235 total. It's good, but it's like, are you best off just hitting hybrid? Because if you hit a 2 hybrid, you're probably going to get okay-ish numbers like that, aren't you? You've got to have such a good strike. We'll have the same lie there. With a mini driver off the deck, it has to be like the perfect strike. R7. See, it's similar, it's towy and it's low, and they're both going to be up there, thereabouts the green. That's only carried 200 yards. The spin was a bit lower at 3.4. It's probably run a bit more. 228, so very, very similar numbers. Very average shots from me there, but I think that's what you're going to get when testing clubs like this. So guys, if anyone's in the market for a driver like this, I think these personally are the best options that I've seen. If you want one for more off the deck, the Titleist GT280 probably is that, because it's a little bit smaller and sleeker and easier to hit. But I must say, I really like the Cobra, but I trust this probably a bit more because I've had it in the bag for so long. Guys, let us know what you would do in the comments below. Thank you so much for your time once again, and we'll see you all at exactly the same time tomorrow. Don't be late, because Bobby will know.